Please watch the video until the end to hear the whole story and feel every moment of this gentle love tale. Chapter 1, A Small Town and a Big Heart. My name is Maya. I run a small hair salon in a quiet town, and I am used to the rhythm of scissors and gossip. When my daughter Lena called to tell me she had decided to marry Matteo in a little town on the coast of Italy, I felt a mix of joy and nerves like a hummingbird in my chest. Lena had always been brave. She told me she needed me there, not only as her mother but as someone to steady things when the chaos of family met the chaos of wedding planning. I flew south and arrived to warm air and the scent of lemon trees. The town was bright with laundry on lines and friendly waves. Matteo's family lived in a pale yellow house overlooking the sea. I met them at dinner, warmth, loud laughter, and plates piled with pasta. I saw then Matteo's father, Enzo. He was a man of quiet hands, a small restaurant owner who watched the room with calm eyes. He greeted me politely, but there was a careful distance in the way he arranged his chair. We introduced ourselves and tried to be bright. I was 48, recently single, carrying both years and a gentle sorrow. Enzo, older by a few years, carried a different kind of quiet. He had the look of a man who respected routines and knew how to fix things. The first night, in the soft glow of lanterns, our hands brushed as we passed the bread. His fingers were warm and steady. I felt a tiny spark of something, one that I kept to myself. I was here for Lena, not for a romance. Yet life has a way of offering moments when we least expect them. Chapter 2, A Small Argument and a Larger Truth. Rehearsal week arrived with its brilliance and its little disasters. Lena wanted Jasmine climbing the arbor, Matteo's mother insisted on wildflowers from the hill, and the florist delivered neither. I offered to help with hair and comb, and Enzo offered tables and his old pickup truck. We argued on the morning of the rehearsal. The flowers were late and someone had booked the town hall for a market. Enzo advocated for order. I argued for a softer touch. Our words were polite but edged with stubbornness. We both cared about Lena and wanted the best, but we wanted different paths to get there. Later, in a quiet alley with the sea singing nearby, Enzo told me about his late wife. He spoke of small habits he missed, the way she arranged salt jars, the songs she hummed while making sauce. He was not lonely in the way I knew loneliness, but he was shaped by memory. I told him about my own life, the way I had been left and how I learned to stitch myself back together behind a salon mirror. We listened more than we spoke. In listening, the argument washed away like chalk in the rain. Chapter 3, Unexpected Joys. There was a small festival the day after. The town filled with music and children racing with paper boats in a narrow canal. Enzo invited me to his restaurant to taste a new dessert he was trying. He was hesitant at first, proud of being a good provider and unsure of being tender. I accepted and we sat by a window that looked out on the sea. He told stories of the town, of fishermen who mended nets, of evenings when the whole square would dance. At one point, he asked if I ever danced. I laughed and said that at weddings I was always busy with hairpins and kidneys of bridesmaids. He reached out and took my hand with a boldness that surprised me. We walked to the square and stepped among strangers. It was a clumsy, sweet dance, two people finding a rhythm. We talked about small things, favorite books, the songs that made us cry. The festival lights turned the night soft and golden. For the first time in a long while, I felt lighter. Lena looked at me with a smile that said she approved. The idea of a new companion was not the same as the idea of erasing the past. It felt like adding another warm layer to a life already lived. There was hope in the quiet moments when our fingers touched and did not let go. Chapter 4, Storms and Truths. A storm rolled in 2 days before the wedding. Rain lashed the town, and the florist finally arrived with flowers soaked and limp. The ferry was cancelled and a few guests could not reach the ceremony. Plans crumbled like wet paper. Tensions rose. Mateo's brother argued about the schedule. A relative accused Lena of being careless. I found myself holding things together, smoothing dress hems, drying bouquets, and baking bread in Enzo's restaurant to feed the anxious family. Enzo worked beside me, sleeves rolled up, quiet and strong. In the middle of chaos, we found a calm teamwork. We kept each other steady. That night, after the storm, we stood on the restaurant terrace and watched the sea calm. Enzo said he had been scared to begin again. He feared hurting someone or being hurt. I told him I had been scared too. We agreed that being afraid did not mean we should stop living. We admitted that we liked each other, a small, simple admission, like a secret shared over espresso. It did not fix everything. It did not promise forever. It only opened a door. Chapter 5, The Wedding. The wedding day arrived with clear skies and a soft breeze. The decor was mismatched and lovely. Neighbors brought cookies and a little dog fell asleep beneath a table. Lena walked down the aisle with a look of pure happiness. Mateo waited with tears in his eyes. I sat at the front and watched 2 young people promise each other forever. Enzo and I exchanged a look when the vows were spoken. It was a look of people who had built something sensible together from scattered pieces. After the ceremony, when the crowd spilled into the square, he took my hand and led me to a small terrace where the sound of the sea hummed in the background. We did not shout declarations to the world. We did not rush into anything. We shared a quiet kiss and a promise to see where this new path might lead. Family members danced, foreign songs mixed with old ones, and laughter rolled through the square. Lena and I hugged, and she whispered about the small comforts that helped her through the planning, my steady hands and little jokes. It felt like a patchwork of joy knitted by many people, each gift stitched with love. Chapter 6, A Sunlit Promise. Days after the wedding, the town settled back into its gentle pace. Enzo and I walked along the cliffs and talked about small plans, dinners on quiet nights, helping each other with market days, watching the sea together at dawn. We were careful, because life had shown us both how fragile things could be. We also felt alive in a way that surprised us. I returned home a little later, carrying seashells and the taste of lemons in my mouth. Life at the salon resumed, hair to cut, stories to hear. But something had shifted. A lightness lived in my hands. Enzo and I wrote letters at first, then short calls, then plans to meet again. Our connection was not a sudden blaze but a steady lamp that grew brighter with each small kindness. Looking back, I know I traveled to that town for my daughter's wedding, but I left with more than memories of a beautiful day. I left with a new companion, someone who listened, who cooked, who let me cry when the world felt heavy. We learned that love does not always shout. Sometimes it is a quiet promise, made under a sunlit sky and kept by 2 people willing to try. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, give this video a like, leave a comment with your thoughts, and share the video with friends who love gentle romance.